Hey guys, this is Rhine1988 or Justin, and I am back here for week 2 of the Burns Redo. And this week, on Thursday, my day, we all are going to be talking about the films Prowl and Husk. These are two of the 8 films to come out in the new After Dark original films. You know about the After Dark films. They bring out 8 films, 8 new independent horror films. And the first two, this next batch of 8 films is Husk and Prowl. First I want to talk about Husk. Husk is basically about a group of friends on a road trip, and when they are driving, these not scarecrows, but these crows, I guess hit the car or something happens. It's a bloody mess. Um, and their car winds up, getting hit, and they get in a car accident basically, or an accident, and they wind up by these cornfields, and they go in the cornfields to try to get help because they see a house, and weird things start happening. You find out the scarecrows in the cornfields are alive, and people start getting killed off one by one. Not going to say who, but it's a slasher film basically, with killer scarecrows, and you don't get a lot of killer scarecrow movies, so that's why I really like this movie a lot. Is you do have the killer scarecrow movies. Sorry for the bad plot. I just want to kind of make it short. And I just got off work, so if I look tired, I am a little bit, and I want to make the plot short because I have things to talk about with this movie. So basically, it's a survival film of teenagers or college kids. You don't really know who they are. You don't know if they're in college or in high school, but I'm assuming they're in college, trying to survive these scarecrows. And there's a backstory going on, and also, when the friends start getting killed off, they wind up coming back from the dead, going up to one of the rooms in the house, the abandoned house. They sew a mask, a scarecrow mask. They put it on, and they go out killing. So hopefully that didn't spoil a lot for you guys. But Husk, and I don't know the director's names right off because I actually rented these movies and I took them back today. And I didn't look up too much information before I did this review, so sorry if I don't know the directors' names or actors. But my opinions on Husk. First of all, this is a slasher film, and it's really fun, and I love slasher films. The cheesy ones, the serious ones, I love them. And this was overall a pretty good film. I like the storyline. I think it's in ways very simple. It's a very simple slasher movie about college kids. You get in an accident and they try to go get help, but they wind up not getting help, and getting killed off by scarecrows. So very simple storyline, but very clever too. I like the directing in this film. I thought the acting overall was really good. I thought the scarecrows looked pretty creepy, and very creative, very pretty creepy scarecrows. The only, the thing that I didn't really care for about this movie, because I will admit, out of the two, this is my least favorite one. I'll talk about Prowl in a minute, but this was my least favorite out of the two, and there's not really much to talk about this movie. I thought for a slasher, it was really fun, and with some slashers, you're not going to get a huge storyline, or you're not going to get character developments, but I thought this movie could have had a little bit more. It is 83 minutes. It is a short horror film compared to a 90-minute horror film. But I thought, the problems I had with this movie were the characters. I don't think there was a lot of detail going into the college friends, or, you didn't really get to know much of these friends. I mean, sometimes you would get into a little bit of a story and you think you would go somewhere with some of these characters, but it really didn't. Also, right off, in the 20 minutes of this film, 15 minutes, you have 2 characters get killed off. You don't really know too much about them. and you don't really know too much about any of the characters. Just little tiny things. They weren't bad characters. You didn't have characters you didn't hate or anything, but I wish there was more the character development in that area in the film. But it was still very fun, and with slasher films, like I said, you're probably not going to get a huge character development, but I wish they would have done that in this film. Also, in the movie, you find out why... Sorry, my cat is messing with something. You find out, why these the dead friends come back, and why, they're dressed like scarecrows, and why there are scarecrows out there. You get a backstory of that with a family that lived in the house before. I don't want to spoil too much, so I'm just going to say something happened that, caused, the dead to come back alive and become scarecrows. I thought the backstory was very interesting. It gave you an idea of what was going on and why this is happening, but I felt like that was a little weak when it came to that. There wasn't really too much of a detail of the backstory, and I wish there was more. But again, this movie was 83 minutes, and you didn't get a lot going there. But overall, Husk, I would say, is a pretty good film. It's a fun slasher film, and if you're into slashers or into horror films, I highly recommend it. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was great or awesome or anything. Now when it comes to Prowl. Prowl, I really, really enjoyed Prowl. I thought it was an awesome film. I thought it was better than Husk. Going into Husk, I thought, okay, Prowl's going to be probably at the same level, but Prowl really did a good job. The funny thing is, this movie was 84 minutes, and it's not that much of a very long film like Husk, but I think Prowl did a very good job with a lot more things that Husk didn't do. I thought Prowl, basically the storyline real quick, is about this girl. She lives in a small town. I can relate because I lived in a small town. And she, doesn't like it there. She wants to get away and move. And I can relate to that because I lived in a very small town that I didn't really care for except for my family and friends. But she wants to get away. One weekend, she has to get down, and I forgot where she's going, but she has to get down to get this apartment or house that she wants to move into. And she has like 24 hours to do it, I believe. So her friends come along with her. Their friend's car or van breaks down. They wind up meeting this trucker. They talk him into letting them ride in the back. When things are going on, they're having fun and everything, something weird happens. They don't know at first what's going on. They wind up going to this warehouse, basically. It looks like a warehouse. But you find out that this is a normal warehouse and something's inside. Winds up being vampires and just people, teenagers, or the friends start getting killed off. It's a vampire film. I was very surprised because honestly, I did not see trailers for any of these movies. I wanted to be open-minded. I didn't want, to see the trailers. And so it was a shock to see that these were vampires. But this movie was very highly entertaining. Not a lot I could say that's bad about this movie. I thought the only negative thing is that I wish it was longer. But I loved the characters. I thought Husk had some really good characters, but I thought this movie had better characters. Characters that you really cared about. Honestly, you cared about all the friends and the lead girl. I didn't want nothing to happen to the characters, because there weren't mean characters. There weren't like the mean girl or anything. These were characters that you really liked. The directing was great. The twist at the end was great. I really enjoyed it. And overall, just a really, really good movie. Also, they did a good job with the character development, and these were smart characters that you like. And so overall, I have to say, I thought Prowl was an awesome vampire film. It's very highly entertaining, and a lot better than Husk. I thought the character development was good. I thought the story was good. I thought the acting was overall great. And you didn't have, the dumb character. You didn't have, the mean character. These are actually characters that you liked in this movie, and so I really enjoyed that about this film. So overall, Prowl, I highly recommend before you check out Husk. If I had to tell you to choose which one you wanted to see first, it would definitely be Prowl. I really, really enjoyed that, and that is now one of my favorite After Dark films. Now, Husk and Prowl are some of the best After Dark films. I like a couple more, but these are definitely some of the best ones, and I highly recommend both of them. But again, if you want to see out of the two, which one do I recommend first, it's definitely Prowl. That is just an awesome film. So definitely check out both of them, but definitely check out Prowl first. Sorry if this review wasn't as good. I just, again, got home from work, and I wanted to get my reviews up, and so this is all off my head. So, but thank you guys for watching. Come back next week when we review another film, one that I haven't seen before, so I'm very excited to review it, but I'm not going to say what it is. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend coming up, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye guys.